everyone, thank you for coming to my channel. For those who are new, my name is Tukei, and for the old subscribers, thank you for coming back once again. Today we're going to be talking about designing communication and marketing campaigns on digital channels. So we're going to be strategic about it, and that is why we are going to be using the PRACE Framework. Let's dive into it. So PRACE is a marketing and communication framework that we can use. The P stands for plan, and the R stands for how are you reaching your customers? So reach. And then you have the A, which stands for act. How can you help your customers to act? And then we have the C, where we are looking at convert. Basically, you're having customers that are buying or that are paying. And then E is the final one, which is talking about to engage. How do you engage your customers so they can tell other people about your brand? So it is, as you have seen, a strategic way on going about how people react, how your consumers react to your communication channels. And you need to understand at every stage of this buyer persona exactly how you will communicate and why you communicate. And it is also very easy for you to track. If you're at one level, you can see that these are the messages I'm designing for people who are trying to reach me. These are messages that I'm designing for people who are trying to find out how they can pay. So it's a very chronological way to go about things. So we're going to be looking at it individually, at every step, at every level, so you're able to apply that. And I will be using some examples that have used the PRACE framework excellently. So guys, again, come with me. So the beauty about PRACE is that it can be used by businesses of all sizes. When you look at plan, the first P, right? We are talking about how have you exactly prepared your messages? Do you have your brand content ready? Do you have your target audience in mind? Basically, do you have a plan, a strategy? And this is where you start planning exactly what you are about. You know exactly your brand, your USP, what you're communicating, and that is going to be the very first step you take. Now, from planning, and that is very important, because when you have all your information, you know who you are, you positioned yourself, you now go to reach. Now that you know who your target audience is, how or who they are, how are you going to reach them? Okay, which social media channels are they using, which digital channels are they using, and then tailor messages on those channels, because you know that is where your customers are. Does that make sense? For B2B customers, for example, you know that your people are on LinkedIn, so target messages on LinkedIn, because at the end of the day, if you're a professional B2B company, you are going to find that most of your target audience, if they're professionals, they're on LinkedIn. So that is something that you cannot ignore. So if you are able to know your target audience, you are able to know how you're reaching them. And then we now go to our next one, which is act. How do you help your consumers act upon your message? So you do this by creating exciting content marketing that is again going to bring them to a lot of information that they would be searching for, but also the call to action. What is it saying? Do you just want us to be aware of your product? Because remember, again, when you're developing digital campaigns, you need to look at steps. We have the IDA model, where they are basically saying, have a way you can first create awareness before you can drive people's interest, desire, and for them to act. So how do you make sure that they act? There are many ways. If you're creating a brand awareness campaign, you can just create a form where they fill in. So meaning at that point, you'll be tracking leads. How many leads are coming in? How many people have visited my website? If you're trying to create a campaign where you want people to convert and buy your product, there are so many other call to actions you can use. Create something that's exciting, a discount or something, and that's going to lead us to our next step, which is, so under convert, you're basically saying, my customers, my first-time customers, how do I make sure that they are buying repeat customers? How do I retain them, so to speak? So you need to have a very good product. Keep improving your product for them. And this is why you start asking them what they like. Tailor their information, their needs, because you already have their information. You can tailor your product to their needs, so they even stay and love you, and they actually become repeat customers. You see an example of Netflix, for example. If you have paid, for example, for the first month, and that's because there was probably a discount that they had offered you earlier, you're going to ask yourself, why do I need to pay for the next month? And this is where Netflix comes in with their Convert and the PRACE framework, and they're saying, hey, we have many more other videos, series, we have many more movies that you are watching, like this one. And we can offer you that and more. And then they offer you things like Stranger Things, Vikings, again, tailored to your interests. They don't just give you things that you do not know. No, it's because they have actually used your data to know exactly what you want, and they are going to make it much more interesting for you to stay, because guess what? People love it when the brands are giving them information that they know they need. So converting is very critical when it comes to having a seamless product without any issues. If you are, for example, working at Airbnb and you're the brand manager, first try and look at ways you can improve listings and reviews. Ask people to review for you your Airbnb across the world, across the African continent. If you want to increase sales in Uganda, try and make sure that people leave reviews. And then you can send personalized messages for one customer that, hey, if you liked your experience, please review for us. And that is the way they are going to actually help you in retaining them, but also engaging them, which brings us to our next step. Under engage, it's just all about advocacy and referrals, because your customers love you so much, they are so loyal to your brand, they're going to refer you or your brand to other people because they love it. Again, when it comes to interactive marketing, it fits in so well with this PRACE framework, because when you're doing digital marketing or digital communication campaigns, it's very good for you to have an interactive marketing strategy, which is encompassed in the larger or the broader IMC, or what we call the integrated marketing communication strategy. So it is very important that you actually talk to your teams. Ask them, how can we make this experience much more seamless for our customer, that they can even share it? There are other very many brands out there that are actually having the referral. If you're an app, for example, you have the referral feature in there, just so if you like this, share it with other people. But also, it is too good not to share. Again, it comes back to creating value for your customers, so they do not want to leave, and even more, they want to share that experience with others. If you're a restaurant and someone comes and they love your food each time, trust me, they're going to bring their relatives, they're going to bring their friends just to enjoy that food with them, because they feel that is the best food ever. If you have a good product, your customers will sell for you. You don't have to do a lot of that. So I hope the PRACE framework has been very important in helping you have a strategy on digital communication and digital marketing, because there is so much they are going to tell you to do in digital marketing. If you do not have a strategy, you are going to get really lost. So PRACE framework is actually very key in helping you be aligned, monitor, and you're able to track progress of each and every step, knowing where each user, each customer is at their different levels. I hope this video has helped you a lot in regards to knowing how to go about digital communication, and I hope you'll be able to apply PRACE framework in your different brands. Thank you so much for listening. This video today was sponsored by Moving Ads for impactful video production, advertising campaigns, name it. And do not forget that we are also sponsored by Pinatibello. Pinatibello is very good when it comes to, if you want your skin to glow and all that, do not hesitate, because Pinatibello has actually helped so many with having a very clear skin. and a good glow. I will not talk so much about that. Just go and try it yourself and you will come and review. Thank you so much again. Bye bye. See you on the next one.